Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the first half of January from the 1st through the 15th. I hope you guys are all doing well. And it is general as always, guys. It won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from it, as always, what makes sense for you. Release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box, as well as all of the decks and creators that you see here today, Cancer. So what we're looking at here are New Year vibes for you, what's coming in when it comes to love, romance, a particular connection that you might be thinking about. For my singles, let's take a look and see if there are any references to new love coming in. And for the collective, just overall new opportunities that might present itself in this reading. So let's take a look at that. These are the 3 decks that we will be using to start things off with for your focus messages, Cancer. So the first is the Masculine's Madness 2 deck by Bridget Rao of Divine Essentials. This is my self-created deck, the Woman's Intuition Oracle. So we'll take a look at some divine feminine messages here, and then we'll grab a message from the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle deck, okay? So starting things off, let's take a look and see where the masculine is at. And as always, cross watchers and anyone else who's been guided to tune in to this reading are certainly welcome. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. New Year, first half of January. I'm guided to this card right here. We've got wishing. Wishing and hoping you let me back in. Okay, so this is where this masculine is at right now, my feminines. Wishing that you are still a part of their life, that you will let them back into your heart, into your life, okay? So something might have happened between the two of you. And we do have a couple of knives there, so that could symbolize that you cut them out of your life for whatever reason. All right, let's add to this with some insight from the Woman's Intuition deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. New Year 2021, first half of January. What is the message from the feminine here? This one's grabbing my attention. You can run, but you can't hide. You love me and you know it. So we might have had a masculine who was a runner, running away from their feelings, their emotions. And this feminine is basically saying, it's like, look, you can try to run away from those feelings, but you love me. And in your heart of hearts, you know it. Now, this feminine might not even realize that the masculine is actually recognizing that and is no longer running and is now here in this energy of wishing and hoping to let the feminine make the decision to allow the masculine back in. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab your third focus message here, Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know? Third focus message for the collective, for Cancer. All right, this one is grabbing my attention here in the corner. Not enough. Frustrated in the relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So this could have contributed to why maybe you guys broke up, why you guys are not interacting right now. Also, I'm feeling somebody didn't put in enough effort in the partnership to sustain it. And somebody just got really frustrated and might have ended things and cut the other person out. So could have been the feminine that cut the masculine out. But, you know, could be reversed for some of you. So let's grab your additional insight here, Cancer, from this deck by Angelic Revelation 144, A Divine Perspective for Soul Connections. So I'm using all of the same decks for all of the readings for the most part. And let's take a look and see what comes through for you. All right, Cancer. The end of a cycle, look at that. There was clearly an ending here for some of you guys. Something ended because somebody self-sabotaged the progress maybe that was being made in this partnership. And again, we might have had a masculine who was a runner. But the reality of it is, Cancer, is that maybe they were your soulmate. Things ended, but you guys still feel this soul connection maybe. This masculine, again, wishing to have the feminine back. And the feminine basically saying, it's like, you love me and you know it. But somebody could also be afraid to create some sort of movement towards a reconciliation or at least communication. What else, please, for Cancer? We have fear coming through here, you know, and I did pick up off of that because it even says it right here. Fear and ego issues, you know. So somebody is afraid to maybe reach out. Someone is afraid to create some sort of progress or, again, movement towards the connection, or just afraid to face what's really going on in their heart. This could be you as well. Could be both of you. You know, allowing your fears to kind of get in the way of a reconnection here, maybe. We have pause to reflect. And next to fear, I feel that this energy would actually be quite helpful for some of you. You know, you just got to take a step back from being afraid to do something or to face your fears in regard to a particular person or connection, or even this could be a part of your overall vibe in life. If you're afraid to go after what it is or who it is that you want in your life. And so maybe it's time to just reassess things before you enter into the new year. Kind of take a step back and just, as it says, pause. Just kind of stop where you're at for now and just kind of reevaluate where you're at. Reflect where life has taken you this year, and just know what it is that you need to change in order to at least make some progress in 2021. And I'm feeling this card more so for my feminines, intuitive, understanding. Maybe this is a need for you at this point in time to just pay attention to your gut instincts, your intuition, what it's telling you. And maybe coming to a better understanding of what's going on in your life. And then we have moving forward, which I'm happy to see, because remember, the very first card is the end of a cycle. You can't be in this energy forever, you know, so there has to eventually be movement and progress in your life to get you past your fears and to get you to the next chapter of your life, whatever that might be. Whether it is with someone or maybe a time for you to just reflect on your own and enjoy your own company, face your fears and go through it anyway. Let's see what else. What else, please, for Cancer in the new year? Financial matters is coming through. So if that's been a challenge for some of you, we'll see how that's addressed as the rest of this reading continues. And I'm also feeling, because again, look at the words that this card says, it's not enough. So maybe for some of you, you just haven't had enough money this year. Things have been challenging. Maybe you live paycheck to paycheck. Some of you guys might have been laid off, or you lost your job as a result of the pandemic, which it has been very challenging for so many. And this was the other card that wanted to come through. Sudden change, time for a change. Absolutely. The old way wasn't working. Something needed to shift and change. And this perhaps is the year to do it. 2021. Look at this. Commitment, wedding, marriage. And looking at this image of this woman right here in this card, you know, she kind of looks like a bride to me. So for some of you, you might end up marrying your soulmate in the new year. Some of you guys might already be planning a wedding, or you might be engaged at this point. And I'm looking at the image of this couple here in the soulmate card. They kind of look like this is a wedding as well. And then we've got wedding rings, wedding bands right here. Someone who's finally ready to commit. Again, the masculine wishing and hoping you let me back in. That is the message to the feminine here. Wanting the feminine back. And in order to fix the issues in your partnership, you both have to be able to work on it. You know, it can't just be one person creating these changes. You both have to implement change in your own life as well as in the partnership. So let's see what else. Let's grab some insight from the Arrows of Love deck by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, first half of January. What else? What else, please, do we need to know for the collective, for Cancer? Love lyrics. Okay, so there could be particular songs that you hear, Cancer, and it reminds you of this person, or there could be something in the lyrics that really speaks to you about what's going on in your life. We have this pendulum right here, and it says yes or no on the bottom. Maybe things are just really uncertain right now, and you don't know which way it's going to go. There's a lot of uncertainty still, and maybe that's why you're afraid to see which way it's going to go. And some of you guys might have been uncertain as well as far as ending a cycle or walking away from a person or a situation. It's like, should I do this? Should I not? Yes, no, which way should I go? But there's someone out there that has the key to your heart, Cancer. You know who that person is. And the thing is, they have to realize it as well. I feel they have. Part of what broke you guys up might have been this interference from other people. Yes, this can be indicative of infidelities, third parties. That, no wonder, needed to come to an end. Because as long as this was going on, the two of you were entering into a very challenging time. But this is what the new year has in store for you, Cancer. That in regard to your love life, there's a lot of potential. This can apply to my singles as well. You might actually meet somebody that you feel is a soulmate in 2021. This card as well has been popping up a lot. Invitation of love. This could be social invitations to go out with friends, even with family, or you're out and about and all of a sudden you make this love connection with somebody unexpectedly. But I'm also feeling for some of you through this card, love language and deep conversation, there's somebody out there that maybe you have unfinished business with. You guys still have to talk. There could have been certain things, certain emotions, feelings that you guys weren't able to express the last time you saw each other. Or maybe there's just something that you need to say to this person. We have violets are blue, and it says loyalty. This as well could have been a determining factor in why things might have ended. If there was no loyalty in the partnership, if that was compromised because of this interference from other people. Either there was someone else in the picture who was interested in you, Cancer, or there was someone else in the picture for your person. But look at this, we have a proposition. Okay, this keeps popping up as well in my readings. This could either be an actual proposal of marriage, an engagement, or simply a proposal to open up lines of communication, to start talking again, to see what the future has in store, to move forward together and just try to work things out. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself here. Let's go ahead and add to this, Cancer, with some tarot messages. And let's take a look and see what presents itself here. So this is my new deck, the Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. It is tarot with a twist. The twist here is that it includes the 78 original tarot cards that you would get from any deck, but I've also added new oracle messages as well as new court cards exclusive to this deck, and therefore it's rather a large deck. You get about 117 cards here. It does follow the same format as my tarot teacher deck, which I created for beginners, those who would like to learn how to read tarot tarot for yourselves. And as you can see, the majority of the cards here, it does have upright and reversed meanings for the cards. So there's really no second guessing what it is. You'll know exactly what the cards mean when they fall on your table. Okay, so if you're interested in this particular one, as well as all of the other decks and creators that you see here, all you need to do is look in the description box down below. It's all available right there. All right, Cancer, let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please. For the new year, first half of January, what else do we need to know? So clearly you guys have experienced some challenges here. We've got the Seven of Pentacles coming through. Okay, that's earth energy. Some of you, your person could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. This is all about hard work paying off. Very diligent in energy, things finally falling into place, things coming to fruition. It does indicate a gestation period, which of course takes time. So this is one of those cards where you got to just wait and see how it goes. Don't give up, you know, hard work that will eventually pay off. This can, of course, apply to your career, your job, your vocation, whatever it is that you do for a living as well, Cancer, that maybe you'll be rewarded for all of that hard work. We also have the red rose coming through here. As you can see, it says deep love, new love for my singles coming in as well, an eternal love. So it's got the potential to really withstand the test of time. This could be your love of a lifetime here. The passion is pretty intense, very fiery. The chemistry, red hot chemistry, Cancer. There could also be some sort of significance when it comes to this red rose. This could be a particular flower that you love or one that your person has given you. We've got more earth coming through here. So the Baron of Earth is one of the new court cards in this deck. This does represent the divine masculine. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo once again. Now it's interesting because the Baron of Earth in the upright is someone who plays it safe. They're very frugal with their money. They work hard for their money, but they could be a little bit cheap as well. You know, they want to be able to have a secure life, and sometimes they kind of fall short in that area too. I'm kind of feeling in the capacity of a spouse, a husband. This is someone who's very caring though. As a father figure, very protective. They have this strong sense of duty as well. So my feminines, if this represents your masculine, maybe that's why it's coming through in that way. But I'm feeling really in regard to the situation, this person, perhaps your masculine, is now ready to put in the hard work for this relationship to thrive and to grow. You know, again, going back to this card, potential for things to grow when it comes to your love life. We do have the Five of Cups here, which represents your own energy. Cancer, it represents your own water energy. So I know that what happened here made you very sad. It hurt you. There's this sense of loss and grief and despair from the Five of Cups. Lots of regrets, you know, and it's also that energy of crying over spilled milk. From the traditional deck, it's like you can only see what's in front of you. You're not really looking behind you to see what else is coming in for you. This could be your person as well, you know, but you were definitely disappointed with how things happened, what happened between the two of you. You might also feel that they abandoned you. But look at this. You've got the Temperance card coming through here. Sagittarius for some of you guys. There's this need for patience to see how this is all going to unfold in order to restore balance in this partnership and to restore balance in your life as well, Cancer. Things finally coming back into place and just being more harmonious in your life. Now, when it comes to your relationship, your love connections, and someone that you are estranged from, the Temperance card does represent a reunion. The possibility of a reunion between two people. And then we've got the Ace of Cups here, more of your own water energy, Cancer. And so you got to start with yourself first, because the Ace of Cups to me is being able to fill your own cup of love first, to have love for you first before you can experience that love outside of yourself. But this can also represent a new beginning. It represents love, intimacy, compassion, the deep connection that you experience with somebody. For my singles, this could represent a new beginning in love for some of you guys, new relationships, new connections that you make in 2021. This is also a reminder for you, Cancer, that no matter where things are right now, maybe you're afraid that, your love life, it's just going to be shit for the rest of the year and it's not going to get any better. Know that it will. It will get better. That's what this Ace of Cups is all about. It will improve. It will get better. We've got the crystal of earth coming through here. So more earth energy. Some of you guys might have earth in your chart. Or again, your person could be an earth sign. But this is the message from this card. It's time to get your head out of the clouds and focus on what's happening around you. Be careful what you're investing your energies in. Don't chase fool's gold. You're the real deal. What you're looking for is someone who recognizes your worth and the brightness that exudes within you. Don't settle for anything less than what you're worth. And maybe some of you guys have. Maybe you entertained someone that really fell short of what a life partner could be like. And then we've got the Three of Cups. All of these cups energies are yours, Cancer. So there's a reunion here that will make you very happy. It represents a positive outcome when it comes to your love life. And again, for my singles, new love is on its way to you. The Three of Cups is a celebration. Very happy vibe, For some of you, it could be a wedding or an engagement. It's possible. We have this proposition. So I wouldn't be surprised, really, if some of you guys ended up getting proposed to. Might be unexpected, but it's possible. And for those who are in separation and wanting to reconnect, that as well is possible. So we've got references to the love that you still share for one another and reunions that are possible. Okay, so let's add to this, Cancer, with some additional insight from this deck by Sister Moon Tarot, the Sensual, Sweet, Angelic Whispers deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the first half of January for Cancer. All right. What else? I dial your number, then hang up. So they're a little bit apprehensive. That could be tied into this fear card. They're afraid of how the conversation might go. They want so badly to reach out to you, Cancer, but maybe they hang up before you answer because they're afraid. This could be you as well if you resonate with that. My desire for you is overwhelming. Either of you could be feeling this way. The desire is still here. The chemistry is still here. I have never known a love like this before. And again, both of you could be feeling this way. From your perspective, Cancer, if this person that you're thinking about for this reading, if you have not ever met anyone like this, not to say that the relationship was perfect, because I know it wasn't. And even though you guys are more than likely in separation and, you ended that cycle, maybe you feel that no one's been able to compare to this person, that you still love them despite everything. They as well could be feeling this, that they've never known a love like the one that you shared with them. What else, please? I am craving you so badly. Desire. Craving. I am still right here waiting to be with you. Going back to the masculine's energy, wishing and hoping you let me back in. So it could be the masculine who's waiting to be with you, Cancer. But this could be for some of my feminines too. So really, a lot of these are interchangeable. Just take it for how it really makes sense for your situation. All right. So let's continue. Let's see what else needs to come through here for the collective. All right, so we're going to grab some messages here, Cancer, from my heart and soul Love Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Cancer. New Year vibes. First half of January. What else would you benefit from knowing at this time? Look at that. Breathe. I was drowning my sorrows before you came into my life. I didn't think I would ever be able to come up for air again. A broken heart can slowly kill you if you let it. Thank you for rescuing me, for helping me to finally exhale. What I'm feeling here, Cancer, is for some of you guys, the phrase drowning my sorrows for me is somebody who drinks too much. Somebody, they were drowning their sorrows, their emotions, they were numbing themselves. They didn't want to feel the pain. So I have a feeling for those of you that resonate with this, there were prior relationships to the connection that you're focused on where someone's heart was broken, something wasn't properly healed. And until you guys connected, this person just wasn't in a good place in their life. There's also this reference to air, coming up for air. So for some of you guys, maybe your person is a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. And they had a broken heart that they needed to heal. And maybe you were the person that actually healed it. If you resonate with that for yourself, Cancer, then there's somebody out there that came into your life when maybe you were broken and it helped you to heal. What else, please, for Cancer? Look at that. Locked out. Please let me in. I can't be there for you the way you want me to be if you don't let me in. I know you've been hurt in the past, but that's not me. I'm here for you to heal that broken heart of yours. Please tear down these walls you've built around us. Let me in. So I have a feeling here we have a masculine because they're wishing for the feminine to be a part of their life again. That it could have been the masculine who locked the feminine out. Could have been the feminine who actually healed this masculine. But somewhere along the line, maybe they allowed their fears to get in the way, and that contributed to why things ended. And then we've got fragmentary coming through here. You and I are pieces to a puzzle that make no sense when we are apart. Incomplete without all the pieces of who we are together. You are the missing piece of my heart. Without you, the masterpiece of my life will forever remain unfinished. Wow, that's pretty intense. So without you, Cancer, something's missing for this person. There's this void. There is this emptiness in their life, in their heart, because you're not there. They could also be very grateful that you guys even connected in this lifetime. The message here reads a message to thank the universe that it did good, bringing us together in this lifetime. And yes, for some of you, it ended. You guys are not together, but still grateful for having experienced that connection. We have joy. It really was love at first sight the moment I saw you, from that first glance that I knew was meant for only me. The brush of your hand against mine, your heartwarming smile, and everything about you that brings me joy beyond measure. Thank you for choosing me for life. And then we've got soulmates here, remember? You know, and references to proposals and really wanting to be together long term. I feel you guys made each other happy. It was not perfect by any means, but there were parts of the connection and the relationship and the times that you guys have shared together that were pretty near perfect. I do feel that for some of you. We have reasons. I've tried to move on. I've tried to forget. I've tried to love again. I've tried to remind myself that the reasons we had to let go of one another were good reasons. But when two hearts are destined, there are no good reasons. This distance, separation, my grief and loneliness from missing you, it's all too much. Please come back. They want you back, Cancer. They might have contributed to the drama and the issues, and maybe being away from you, they've had a lot of time to think, and again, pause to reflect and facing their fears. And maybe a part of their realization is that without you, something's missing. You make them happy. You represent the happiness in their life and their heart, and they want you back. You could be feeling this way also, okay? We have wait. Sometimes having patience is excruciating, and it is. Waiting is not my greatest virtue myself. We just want to take action, try to fix what's broken, what's not working in our relationships. Allow divine timing to do its thing. Don't make any hasty decisions. Take a deep breath. Just relax and wait. Just wait, Cancer, because what's meant for you will come back to you. Wow. And the last message here is Kismet. You and I were two lost souls destined to meet in this lifetime. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns or choices we've made before we came into each other's lives. All that matters is that in the end, we got it right and we found each other. You can find each other again, Cancer, if that's what's meant to be. And again, Temperance energy, remember, possible reconciliation. Okay, so whichever one of those made sense for you, that's what's coming through here. Let's grab some healing messages for the collective, okay, from your angels. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Cancer, for the new year, healing messages. Healing messages. This keeps popping up for a lot of signs, and I'm so happy to see it. And look at the next message. Answered prayer. Okay, so abundance, of course, comes in so many forms. Yes, it can come in the form of money, better finances. That came through earlier. Remember, financial matters has been a challenge for some of you guys. This is temporary, I feel. Abundance in regard to money is coming in for some of you, but abundance covers so many other areas of your life, Cancer. Abundance in love, from family, from friends, people who have your back, and of course, romantic love. Abundance comes in the form of good health, the very air that you breathe, every opportunity to wake up in the morning and to be grateful that you're still here. Good health. You know, so many things, so many reasons to be grateful. For those who have turned to prayer, your angels are coming through here to let you know they've been heard, but you got to just have some patience for it to be answered. Intention followed by manifestation. Unbelievable. Because the intention card for me is very similar to the law of attraction. And letting us know here, Cancer, that whatever your intentions are, if you're coming from a place of positivity and having a very clear vision of what it is that you want to bring about in your life, and then you've got the manifestation card right next to that, you can manifest so much in 2021, whether that's love, whether that's new love, whether that's a reunion with somebody, fixing whatever needs to be fixed, better improved finances, good health, new opportunities in love, in life, whatever it is. Intention, be clear about it, and you will manifest it. Your angel guides are here. Look at this, followed by healing. Okay, so they are your support system. They're surrounding you, they're protecting you, they're watching out for you to make sure that the direction that you go in 2021 will lead you towards a path of fulfillment, of happiness, where it is enough. You've already had this experience, so it's now time for you to move forward from that. And that's why we've got this card right here, remember? Moving forward. Don't stay stagnant. Don't stay in the past. Welcome in the energies of the new year and all of the new possibilities of abundance that wants to come in for you. Pretty amazing stuff. All right, guys, so let's wrap it up with some songs, okay, from my Heart Songs deck here. So let's take a look and see what comes through to wrap up this reading. If you're not familiar with the songs, then see if you resonate with the lyrics itself. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Cancer, first half of January. I've got songs flying. Do You Believe in Love by Huey Lewis and the News, and then we've got Without You by Harry Nilsson. Both great songs here, Cancer. So the first one, now the feeling is beginning to grow, and the meaning is something you only know. If you believe it, take my hand and I'll take your heart. And I really do feel that that's half the battle. You got to believe in someone, in something, in order for whatever it is you're throwing your energies into to thrive. If you believe in a person, the connection that you shared, if you both believe, then absolutely, yes, you can manifest a new beginning and a happy outcome in this partnership once again. And then we've got Without You. We already know that they're struggling living life without you. They're wishing, especially the masculine, wishing for the feminine to be a part of their life once again. So the lyrics here, no, I can't forget tomorrow. When I think of all my sorrow. When I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. I can't live if living is without you. So whoever did the letting go regrets it. They truly regret it. We have I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. I could stay awake just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you are sleeping. While you're far away and dreaming. I could spend my life in this sweet surrender. I could stay lost in this moment forever. Oh, every moment spent with you is a moment I treasure. And they do, Cancer. Maybe they didn't appreciate you when they had you. Maybe they had to lose you in order to appreciate what you guys had. Every moment that you guys have shared, they treasure it, they cherish it. Maybe you do as well. Okay? So there are obstacles here that you guys can overcome as long as you are able to work together on this. We have Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing can take away these blues. You see, they tried to move on, but they weren't very successful at it. They weren't. And going back to this reasons card, remember? It even says it right there. I've tried to move on. I've tried to forget, but they can't. And going back to the Without You song, very first line, no, I can't forget. They're not ever going to forget you. But on the other side of that coin, I feel, Cancer, you're never going to forget them either. And nothing compares to the connection that you guys have shared. And if they're on the same page as you, if they're just as empty and miserable without you, and you're miserable without them, then perhaps in time, you guys can reconnect and have a new beginning. And manifest a reunion, a reconciliation. And last song, I Will Always Love You by Dolly Parton. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope that you have all that you ever dreamed of. I wish you joy, and I wish you happiness, but above all this, I wish you love. And what I get from this, Cancer, is it's almost like a farewell message. Maybe this is what they said to you the last time you guys interacted or spoke to each other. It's like, no matter what happens here, I just wish you happiness. I want you to be happy no matter what, and that I will always love you. You will always be in my heart. Maybe that's what you guys said to each other when it did come to the end of that cycle. But you know, sometimes new cycles are meant to come in. And you and your person can certainly experience this if you're both open to it. The love and desire certainly is still here. Okay? So make your intentions clear in the new year. Cancer, you might just be able to manifest this person back into your life. Okay? So that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. I do hope whatever part of this reading made sense for you, that it resonated with you and helped you out in however way it needed to. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box. And I wish you the very best in the new year. Be safe, stay healthy, and celebrate safely, guys. All right? See you in the next video. Take care.